Hello guys, this is Ray. In this video, we invited some friends from all over the world to share the current situation in their countries. The situation in China actually is getting much better right now. Students went back to school yesterday and many people already went back to their work.
Hi, my name is Jennifer and I live in Bangkok. I was there when the epidemic first broke out, and when that happened, things were a little bit scary. People started to wear masks. There weren't any rules around a lockdown or a quarantine yet, but there were a lot of signs everywhere saying to wash your hands and just a lot of information around how this virus is spreading. But at that time, people still didn't really know that much about it. And, since then, about the end of February, I actually went to Finland for an art residency, and I've been here ever since. And so about then, the beginning of March was when it was first starting to hit the rest of Europe. And in Finland, there was an outbreak in Helsinki, but I'm actually based in the countryside in Myanmar, where there were maybe 2 cases. Now I'm in lockdown here at the residency, but I feel pretty safe. I feel pretty okay with being here. I'm just more worried that I won't be able to get back to Thailand, because with flights canceled and regulations and travel bans changing every day, I'm just not sure if there will be flights for me to fly back and when I'll be able to go back. I was originally supposed to go back at the end of April, and now I'm looking into different flights, maybe a little bit sooner or maybe later to see. I have to see how the situation unfolds. And I do believe that this is a crisis, but I think that people will get through it. Earlier in the crisis, some friends and I came together and recorded a video that, was about building solidarity with China and saying that we are there for you and we hope you get through it. And I'll send a link to that video. Things are looking weird. The world is definitely at inflection points, and it really depends on how we react to it. And I think that the main thing to do is to stay calm and to help each other, because it is going to be a rough time, and it is a rough time for many people. And so, yeah, that's the most we can hope for right now. But I do still have that hope.
My name is Mario, and I'm in Yangon in Myanmar. And I've lived in Yangon for 6 years now, and I think the last couple of weeks have definitely been the most anxious that we've spent in Myanmar. There hasn't been an official case of COVID-19 in Myanmar as yet, and still you're sort of bracing for it when and if it happens. Other than that, I think most of the locals are sort of cautious, but they go about their day as you usually would. A lot of organizations I know are applying policies, allowing their staff to work from home. I know my office itself implemented a work from home policy as of last week, so I guess we are working from home indefinitely. The government has put in a lot of the standard safety measures now. I think flight restrictions are on. There's mandatory quarantine. I think coming into the country, quarantine centers have been set up. Testing is happening now in Myanmar, which is a good thing, because till about, I think, earlier this month, a lot of the testing happened in Bangkok, so there was a delay in terms of results coming back. But now I think it's conducted in Myanmar itself, which is great. The world's going through a bit of a crazy time right now, and it's hard to make sense of any of it. I guess you follow the usual procedures that the WHO and local authorities have advised you to undertake. You wash your hands, you keep your distance from people, you don't go out unless you need to, you try and stay home as much as you can, wipe down your apartment, sanitize everything, and you just try and take best care of yourself and those around you. In terms of a sentiment that I want to share, it's just that you have to just take care of those around you. Not everyone's going to be able to afford to stay at home for weeks on end, let alone months. So just look around you, see how you can be of help to someone, and just reach out and help them. Because the only way we're going to get through this is by sticking together.
Hi, this is Yun from South Korea. Now
show you how I spending my time during quarantine. I do graphic design and illustration, so what I usually use is my iPad. So now I have to edit some pictures and design something and draw something for my team. So I will show you how I work and communicate with my teammates. It's Skype application which I'm using for communication with my professor and classmates. It's this one is the most popular messenger application among Koreans. This is KakaoTalk. We also use this for team projects. It's my iPad, which I'm working on for the illustration projects. Here is my finished one cut of my illustration. I will send this stuff to my laptop. Okay. So I'm using the AirDrop to export my files. Okay. So I will open this file to the Photoshop, and this is overall work. Well, this is my illustration works, even if I'm not finished yet. Now I'm loading my works through the Google Drive, and this application usually used by many Koreans. I mean, it helps a lot whenever we work through the online environment. When it comes to protection for my body, I use hand clean gel. I mean the hand sanitizers. I'm using two types of hand sanitizers. The first one is the gel types, and second one is the foamy type. And lastly, I always wear the mask whenever I go out or sometimes in my house because I'm living with my parents. Well, this is just example of what I'm using. One type of mask what I wear. Actually, I didn't bought this, but one of my friends made this. So I'm using really well. The way I spend my time in here is not very different from other people. But I hope this video is helpful.
Hi guys, this is Lian.
And Philip.
We are currently in Vienna, Austria at home
In self-isolation.
because of coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly.
It influenced us a little bit because we had to stay at home, and today is actually 12 days that we did this social distancing.
Exactly. So basically, we can still do a lot of work from home. We're lucky to work in parts and jobs where we can do this, but it still influences us since we don't have all the necessary tools, work tools, resources that we actually need to do our full work.
Yeah, so for example, today you had to go to your office to pick up some tools.
Yeah.
And some other equipments.
Exactly.
And rebuild your workshop at home.
A small workshop, yes.
Mini workshop. Yeah, and with the full protection. This is really good because 12 days ago, I think you are quite different because you thought it's a normal flu, as what you got the information from the government or media. It was
yes, exactly. Since everyone said it's going to be like the flu, it's not going to be that bad. And I really thought, it's
so
going
you have
to go
a
fine.
big change actually in your mind, because mask is something you never wear if you didn't got sick.
This is something that a lot of, I don't say just Austrians, I think Europeans have in common, that the awareness of having masks to protect yourself is not really that big. compared to Asian countries.
Since China had this big situation 2 months ago, so we heard a lot of experience and also caring from the family and friends. Always wear the mask and having a lot of protection, such as also gloves and yeah. So I also shared my information to you and also other friends. It's not easy to convince people to wear a mask, and I'm really happy that you take this serious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And stay at home, there's some funny things. What are the most funny things for you?
The most funny things? Well, we can torture our cats a bit more.
No. I think, yeah, it's really 24 hours together. Quite different than the normal time. But also, I think it's nice to have this kind of a special period that, for example, we cook more often by ourselves.
Yes.
And having 3 meals per day very regularly on time. So it's good for our health actually. And what I feel in this special time in Austria is quite safe. And we don't feel so much worries. Of course, we worry about the whole situation. But in Austria, the government really did really good work to calm the people down and give a lot of support. And we don't feel really lack of something. Basically, the goods and everything are sufficient.
They definitely, or it seems they definitely prepared very good. Now that the crisis already started, maybe in the beginning, like a lot of other countries, they didn't take it too seriously, but now they do, and I think they acted very good according to the situation.
Yes.
As for our friends, we still have actually a fair amount of contact with them via chat groups and video chat. And even though we don't really talk too much about the coronavirus, we of course we ask each other if everyone's okay and so on. But main part is just keeping kind of social contact, even though it's digital.
Another very sweet thing is people support each other with, basically for small businesses, and try to promote the friends or some local small business on social media. So we really hope the situation is getting better soon, and we have the time to enjoy the spring, and people gather together with the family and friends, and everything is back to normal again.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone to stay safe, stay at home, try to avoid social contacts as much as possible until this crisis is really over.
Yeah, best wishes.
Hello guys, my name is Yani. Currently I'm in the middle of the United States, downtown Chicago. As you know, there are already 160,000 cases found in the United States about the coronavirus. And our state, Illinois, is kind of special state about the situation, because the first case was found in our state, and recently the youngest baby died because of virus in our state. To me, this virus did affect my life a lot, because I'm like a student in Northwestern University. So because of the virus, our usual class turned into the online class, and the supermarket the stuff in the supermarket did run out so quickly. So one day I went to Whole Food Market in the afternoon, and there is nothing, even like a potato. And United States did react too late. They put too much attention in China, not themselves. And until now, there is nobody on the street wearing mask. And even there is an order for quarantine, but everybody, it's not everybody, some people are still have a party in their own apartment. And the successful experience in China is a pretty inspiring story to all people around the world. China has the greatest. China has like the greatest people ever. They use their own story to tell the world, tell everybody that this virus can be conquered.
Well, that's all for today's video. Thanks for their sharing. And I think although we are in quarantine, yet we are somehow reconnected to each other. So everyone, please stay safe and healthy. And please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week. Bye.